Good morning, everyone. It is April the 25th on a Wednesday at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. Wow. Check out that fan from China. And yes, everybody, you know what this is another episode of, and you know who I am. Well, let's begin for today. We just had to show you that real fan. Sorry, I just had to show you that real cool fan from overseas. Whew, man. Here, let me go ahead and turn off the lights. Unfortunately, whenever I'm using the restroom, I have to leave the lights off like this. Okay, because if I leave the lights on, as you can see, if I leave the lights on, the light will shine out, right? And the crow next door will see that. And then I'll get snatched, or he has to see me to start another fight. And that's the topic of this episode. Is I got snatched again tonight. But yeah, so that's you guys don't know that, but I usually have to keep the lights off in here, even if I use the restroom. Now, I take a bath in here. But when I do, it's usually definitely early in the morning, maybe like at 4 or 5. So I know I won't get interrupted, get snatched, someone start some more shit. But anyways, I want to show you something before I start talking. Now check this out, people. Yes, I know it's kind of dark, but this is relevant to the topic. Check this out. Let me just spin this around real quick. Look at that, people. What is that? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see that? Let's see if I can get a good. Selfie. Selfie with this. Okay, people. Hold on. Okay, people. What is that? Sorry. Okay, people. What is that? See that with the button? First Alert. First Alert Solutions. Yes, that's right. You guessed it right. For 100 internets, you guessed it right. It's a little fire alarm, but it's definitely relevant, and I guess I should take a picture of it. Let me put this back up. All right, that's back up. Let's go over here. Let me go ahead and turn off this light. All right, and we'll be right back. Hey everybody, I just want to say I'm back. Let me go ahead and there we go. A little bit brighter in here. I usually have to, like I said, keep this place pretty dark, but I just wanted to do a shout out or do a hello to my friends on Facebook, even some of my relatives and close friends. I know you guys haven't probably saw me in like a few months, but I have been going through hell, and there's a reason why you guys haven't seen me in a few months. It's like, hey, why doesn't Rob reply? It's so hard to get a hold of him. That's true. That's true. But I know the past 4 months is there's a reason why. But before then, but before I get into that, I just want to say hello to one of my awesome sisters, Shannon. Hello to Natalie out there. I know she's been wondering why I haven't been on Facebook. To my brother Casey, Michael, Angela. There's Cheryl. There's Elisa. There's Tina. There's actually quite a few of you out there who haven't heard from me. Maybe you guys one day will watch this. But yeah, before I get into the story, the reason why I haven't been posting on Facebook is because I've been having problems and issues over here, and if I talk to the wrong person, even though it's maybe they're doing nothing wrong and it's real innocent, I'm sorry, I gotta put that a different way. If I say the wrong thing, no, I can't put it that way either. If I'm talking to my friends on Facebook and there's issues next door, which there is, and I'm about to get into it, they may post something about it on their Facebook or even post it on my wall, which I might not be able to get into it in time to delete it, and it might be totally innocent. They might be posting what's going on. But if the Crow sees that, they'll definitely be held to pay. And he is like the biggest drama queen. So I'm just trying to keep a roof over everybody's head. Like I said, if I do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing, I could be out on the street, which is not a bad thing. I probably would prefer that, but I'm gonna lose the 2 babies. You guys probably don't see it here, but this box right here got all our family pictures and history. It's actually hidden in this box. Let me turn this box right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. See right there? It's got some wreaths on top of it. Hold on, let me pick this up. Yeah, I straightened this back up, but I have my stuff. I have the pictures and everything, stuffed and hidden in there in case if the worst of worst happens, and I get kicked out and our stuff is out on the street. I'd want that to survive, but the most important thing is I don't want to lose, the babies, for instance. And I say that I'm talking about this awesome guy right here. Pretty amazing cat. So anyway, so I'm trying to hold everything together, and every week I get contacted and just put down, talk down to. Sometimes there's yelling. I almost was ready to cuss out the pastor tonight. I was over at his house over 2.5. No, I would say about 2.5 hours. Just more of my life wasted, and I had to go over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna flip this camera around. It actually has. Sorry. I'm gonna use this phone to use the other camera. This phone has two cameras. The backside camera is not too good, but I'll show you what what I was sort of awakened to, and something I had to deal with, and it happens every week. So let me sit down really quickly. Gosh, I hope the light is not too bright. Okay, I'm gonna flip this around. All right, everybody. Flip the camera around. Usually you're seeing the back side of the camera, and I'm gonna open up one of my project folders. Let's see. I think it might be this one. Oh, no, it's not that one. It's this one, the audio files. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I got the conversation recorded tonight, and that's something new that I've actually sort of recently started. I've tried it before. If you see my other videos, but I've always messed up the recording. So basically, this is what I was sort of woken up to. Again, this happens like every week. Oh, and it always happens when he goes to visit my Aunt B. We can call her Aunt Bits or Aunt B. So this was what I was woken to on my phone, and you can see I took a screenshot. As you can see, the crow. So part of this conversation was from last night, right there. That it only, let's see, that not it only it worst, or it worse. Oh, this guy has like a 3rd grade education. What happened? Call me it a lot. Now, this is well, he sent this message earlier, but I got it later tonight. Well, you up and going? You get this. I need you to come here and talk. We will talk over who in charge about this living here now. Wow, doesn't he have a way with words? I got to do something for real. No playing. Yes, this guy, the crow, just to show you guys, yes, he was actually born here in America. Oh yeah, he's not a foreigner. Some people, when they see his post on Facebook, they do think he's a foreigner and that English is not his first language. Well, okay, I guess if you're a foreigner, English is not your first language, but that's usually what they say. All right, I'm going to flip this camera around. All right, people. So, what did you think about that message? And oh, by the way, I apologize for this camera angle. My hands are free, so I actually had this camera on a milk crate. It's not angled properly. But you know, I just keep trying to keep my hands free for a little bit. So basically, that's what I woke up to. Around like 10:30, like 11, and I was so asleep. I was asleep, and I woke up. I was hungry, thirsty, and I just told my mom, briefly what happened, and I might have to go next door and like cuss somebody out. And so yeah, I got up and I left the church door. Bam. Slammed the church door behind me. I went to his door. Bang, 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 bang. Knock on his door. To have a little talk with him. So I don't want to ramble like too much, or be around everywhere. I'm trying to get to the point quickly. I might actually upload the audio files, commentary, let you guys hear it, see what y'all think. But yeah, back to what I was saying. But one of the things he was talking about when I first got over there, how he's like so stressed that, we're living here, and he has a sick brother in Tennessee, and he's kind of got like a sick sister in Mississippi. She needs her flooring done, stuff like that. And he's like, and I'm tied down. I'm tied down. I can't leave the house when you're here. And I was so asleep. I was just, because I just woke up like a few minutes ago, and basically I was like, I think I may have said, well, how does that affect us? But I really meant, like, what does that have to do with us? What does that have to do with me? If your brother or sister's sick, go up there and visit them. You did it before. What basically what changed? And I might actually ask him that next time. I might have to be more confrontational, because he has went to visit his brother before, or his cousin Linda, and he was gone for like 4 or 5 days. But now he feels that he has to stay at the house, and I was asking him. He's like, I need to visit my sick brother, but I can't, and because it's your fault. I can't visit my sister; she's sick. My other brother, I need to help out, and it's your fault. It's like, basically, it's like, how's my fault? It's like, because you're over there, and you're living in a dangerous building, and we need to burn that down. I need to hurry up and burn that down, that building. And see, you're in this unsafe building, and it stressed me out because the building could have burned down around Christmas time because you guys were using a heater, or if I'm gone, the building could catch on fire, burn down. I was like, well, wait a minute. You're going to burn it down anyways. And it's like, well, no, yeah, I said that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I might have just someone tear it down. So that's why I was showing you in the beginning of towards the beginning of the video. Just recently, he placed the fire detectors, fire alarms. There's like 3, and they're placed out through this little break room. Okay, you're gonna get rid of the church. You're gonna burn it down. Why'd you place fire detectors in here? And that's one of his points that he was bullying me on. Was that, and hey, your Aunt B, you can help her out. How about if I just drop you and your mom off at Aunt B's? And we're talking about a place, and I really haven't got into it, people, and I don't know if I really want to get into it in this video, because you guys don't want like a 2-hour video. But the lights have been off for like 2 to 3 weeks. The water's been off for 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so at her house, they're definitely pooping and peeing in buckets. Even when I was there, she wanted to poop in a frying pan or in an iron skillet. She's like, it's no problem, Rob. I just poop in an iron skillet, and you just pull it out from me and like dump it out. It's like, if not, Rob, I'm gonna have to start pooping on the floor. You know who's gonna have to clean up that, don't you? So this crow knows it. It's just a way that he wants like a quick and easy instant solution to a problem. It's like, oh well, I'll just dump them off at Aunt B's, and boom, that settles my problem. If that's the thing. If Robert is your biggest problem in life, if Robert causes you to have nightmares, if Robert causes you to stay home 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, looking out your window, watching the mailbox, then Rob is not the problem. You've got bigger issues. Okay. There's like other problems that's actually going on. And he's got, also he showed me other things tonight where his whole congregation left him in like one day. So that's another issue too. Even like some of the worst people. Gosh, who was it? It's been some other like religious people like David Koresh. There's been that one other pastor who believes that something about we came from outer space, but eventually, he ended up having his congregation kill themselves. And there was another one, gosh, I forgot where it was. I think it was somewhere, no, it's not in Jamestown, somewhere in Africa, where he told his congregation, to go into the next life, drink the poison Kool-Aid. That's why sometimes you hear that quote, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Because he's like, well, you drink this Kool-Aid, it'll kill you and you'll go into the afterlife. Even those awful people, even the guy who was in Germany, one of the guys, God, I forgot his name, putting kids in like ovens. Even they still had a congregation, even though there was people who still believed in those people right up until their death. And this guy, there's 0 people. That's why he told me tonight that he had to burn down the church because it boils down to money. And he can't. He's like, yeah, I won't be able to get this church started. Again, because this is the 3rd time it's failed. The 3rd time. I didn't know this, but this is the 3rd time where your whole flock, your whole congregation disappears. I wonder what that says about you as a person. Even his kids, his kids don't, his kids don't like talk to him or visit him. And he was able to get his daughter on the phone for just a few minutes, to say, hey, I'm gonna burn down this church. You have a problem with it? And she was like, no. So that tells you something right there. Gosh, I wish I could remember those other two. Those other two pastors or whatnot who kind of killed their congregation, and their congregation kind of knew it, but they stuck by the guy. This guy's congregation, his followers, people, there's nobody. There's nobody. And I've actually got pictures. You're like, well, what's he doing now? And I was like, well, if you look inside the church, okay, I took pictures. Instead of people sitting in the pews, there's items for sale. There's furniture in front of the pews, collectible stuff, all kinds of like goodies. Sitting, sitting in there, and instead of people. So I'm just throwing some of that out here for you. Let me go ahead and close out this video. All right, people, I'm back. I'm sorry. After every so many minutes, I have to do a data dump where I have to dump it off the, off the SIM card onto the hard drive. I don't have a, like an SD card, or I don't have a memory card just yet. But yeah, so and other points too. He mentioned about like the housing project that. Here it is, May, and I'm still here, that I haven't done enough. If we would just sign up for the projects, that we would have been settled and good, and everything, and how I'm like kind of screwing up everything, messing up everything. It's like this. It's like his messages, from previous. And yeah, I'll have to go through this another 8 days from now. So, and he's like, you've only signed up for one place for one night housing. And I was like, no, I've actually signed up for two. Yeah, I did sign up for the, for the Childersburg, but the place, Mr. D, Mr. D's place, I've signed up for that and I've been approved, and that's what I keep telling them over and over. I finally got some stuff from the courts and from the government in black and white when part of the money will start. Okay, the big sum, right? I told them I'm trying to get a straight answer from them, but they only can tell me it's processing. Every case is different, and I told them once I get that, we're gonna be out quick, like ghosts, and we will. And and I told my mom and everything. We need to go ahead and start, just start packing, because I found a moving company and everything. And Mr. D, that's all he needs, people, is just in black and white when I'm getting the big like the big payday. He said as soon as he sees that, he can definitely move. And who knows, he might actually start start today. But when I told my mom, start packing. Okay, we're going to pack some of the stuff we're not going to take with us, and when that money comes, I might actually have to be like a kind of like a smart ass, because when I do talk to them and I have some of these stuff recorded, I'm trying to watch what I say and say the least amount possible. Trying to give them less ammunition to work with. So money comes, okay. Who knows? It could be like the 23rd of May. That's what some rumors I've been hearing. So that happens. I said, you know what? I said let's go ahead and go to like a hotel. Just pack up. Have the moving company grab some stuff. Take our stuff to like a storage place, and go to a hotel. I mean, just immediately, not to put up with this crap. Oh, and another thing I told my mom tonight is I got to do two things. When the money's deposited, I have to block the Crow on all social media. I got to block his drama queen ass. I mean, he is such a drama queen, and always starts so much crap, and he's also involved in like illegal stuff. I guess you wouldn't necessarily say criminal, but it's like technically illegal. Like for instance, when I told you about the stuff. All the collectibles and stuff sitting in the church pews and all the furniture he's selling. Every weekend every weekend he started like his own like little flea market. He's using the church ground for personal gain. Okay, to have his own like little flea market while he lives on church property, rent free and tax free, people. That's one of the reasons why he wants to burn the church down, because number one, he won't have to pay the light bill and water bill when we leave, and number two, he won't have to hold church service. He said the only thing I have to do is just read the Bible on my porch. So that's the way he won't have to bother, because that's part of our conversation this morning. Is it's too difficult to run a church. All people are bad. It's a headache. This is the third time the church has failed where everybody just left, and I just don't want to keep it running. So I'm going to burn it down. So so that's what's going on. But a few other kind of like illegal stuff. But I just hate being just accused of stuff and talked down to, and that's the thing. Okay, if $50 separates you from living underneath the bridge, okay, you don't have any right to tell me how to live my life or how to manage my money or what I'm doing wrong. You need to fix your own problems. I'm not like, a gallon of milk or, $50 away from living underneath the bridge. We actually have more money than he does. My mom's little check, all right? She gets like a little SSI check. And we're feeding two people, two cats, paying the bills on time, and we still have more money than he does. I mean, God's sakes, just early last month, he got a loan for $3,000, and now the money is gone. And he talks bad about his brother managing money, about Aunt B managing her money really bad, and he doesn't want to be in that situation, but he is in that situation. And yeah, I'm thinking he actually might burn down the church. At first I was like, maybe he's lying to me, keeping it open for his brother, but maybe he's telling the truth, because his refrigerator's like looking pretty empty. I mean, when you open the refrigerator, it's like, okay, well, you got a pack of crackers to make a sandwich with. So you can take one cracker here, another cracker here, and put mayonnaise or mustard on it. Or this cracker, maybe you can put mustard and ketchup and put the two crackers together and eat them for a sandwich. That's like what, some stuff he has like to make a sandwich with. Because that's one of the things is when I seen his refrigerator, I said, wow, it is empty in there. When you open up a refrigerator and it's like real bright, okay, it's the shelves, everything's like real bright and it's reflecting off everything, and maybe there's like a gallon of milk, maybe like some Coke, pack of crackers, mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup. He does have a few things in the top part of the freezer, but they're very few. And he was like, hey, well, have you ate anything? Would you like to eat something? And I feel like saying, no, I don't want to be around you. You're the most negative person I've ever met. Always looking for the bad in people and always treating people like a criminal when you're actually doing illegal stuff, and you're admitting to like doing illegal stuff. Hold on, people. I've got to do another data dump. Okay, people. I'm back once again. So about eating dinner, he's like, well, did you get something to eat? Blah blah blah. And I was like, well, I had something, basically I had something like earlier, or no, I don't feel like eating, or something, or something like that. But that's the thing is like, no, I don't want to be around you. You're an awful person. I avoid you. So the less I see him, the better. I mean, I'm at the point now where, I'm bathing out of a sink. Okay, I'm bathing out of a sink. I'm washing our clothes outside, which is kind of weird. He's got the washing machine set up outside so we can wash our clothes outside and hang our clothes on the clothesline. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But you know, I was at first I was like kind of annoyed about that, but I was like, you know, that's actually not like a real bad thing, because if I'm washing the clothes outside and putting them on the line, that means I don't have to see him or listen to his mouth. You know, listen to the crow's mouth. So it's just like everyday harassment. Oh yeah, and that's one thing I want to point out. And I know somebody's going to write out there about my clothes. It's like, Rob, you wear like the same clothes every day. It's like every time you film, it's like you wear the same clothes. Yeah, pretty much. It's because I don't want to have to get snatched, you know, straightened out. Let's fight. Let's argue. Let me threaten you. I want to yell at you. I've got a lot of problems going on in my life, and I'm just going to blame them on you. Which yes, there is a lot of problems he is dealing with. But he's like, but it's like I'm the biggest problem. It's himself. But he's as you read, you know, as you read on that little message that he sent me through like Facebook, he's not really the brightest person. So, and he'll probably, about him being the problem, you know, he'll probably like never get that. But yeah, let's see. I was over there for a very long time, and I didn't want to cover over everything we talked about. I just wanted to give you guys just maybe like 20 minutes to kind of sum things up, you know. But you know, basically, we're living here. We're a problem. You know, he's trying to get some stuff straightened out. You know, by a certain day, so he can just burn this place to the ground. But while we're living here, we put money into we do put money into his pocket. So I don't know. I think he's making a bad call on a few things. I don't know when I'll be able to stop making these dark time videos. You know, I mean, I feel awful. I mean, when I could just go to his house, I feel awful. I even feel awful just looking at his face. You know, like on social media, and I can't wait. I can't wait to block him. And when I do that, he might say something, get an attitude. Sometimes he beats his chest, you know, and gets loud. But that'll be okay. At that point, you know, I'll have money in the bank, and you know, you can act like a 2-year-old on steroids. You know, but I'm just not gonna put up with it and just, you know, and just leave. Oh, and to you people out there, you might this is something that maybe a couple people are thinking, or maybe they've already posted it. They're like, well, Rob, why didn't you apply for public housing? You know, he said you could already be set up and apply for a public housing. Well, here's the thing. For my medical case, okay, for my medical case and I guess you would say like the lawsuit. One of the things about winning that is I have to attend the doctor regularly. I've got health problems, and I have to attend the doctor's appointments regularly, and I'm not covered by any insurance. Because I'm so sick, I can't work at the moment. So I have to cover that, and we have to be able to feed 2 people and 2 cats with only $750 a month. Oh, and pay doctor's bills. Some of her doctor bills are covered. Okay, she's got some medical insurance, but mine is not. And if we were to go over to the projects or housing, which I'm not opposed to, people, because I've actually lived in the projects, 2 different ones. One's like Mountain View, and the other one's called Crow Village. I've lived in both of those for a long time. But the thing is, when we go there, our rent, okay, will be based on 20 to 30% gross of what my mom gets. It might be like 20%, but that's something, if you're thinking about the light bill, the water bill, rent and whatnot, and the medical stuff, we wouldn't be able to afford it. We wouldn't be able to afford it. And also, what would happen is I would have lost my case. I would have lost my case in court. So I'm doing all the right moves. I know it doesn't seem like I'm doing doing things right, but I'm making all the right moves, talking to the right people. I won my case. I finally won the case, and I got a letter in the mail, black and white, and they say it's almost done. I mean, look, what is it? Today's like the 25th. I'm actually going to see money in less than 30 days. I'm going to see money within like less than 30 days. But for the Crow, that's not good enough. It's not fast enough. But for the big payout, I don't know when. It could be. Some people, okay. 2 or 3 of my friends actually say that that the bigger payout will be with the your first check, and that'd be great. Because I'll actually say, hey, look, I've got money in the bank. Leave me alone. Okay, we got the stuff packed. We're moving. Leave me alone. Yes, you tried to find me on Facebook and the other places, and for some reason you can't find my profile. That's because you're blocked. Okay? And when I get to my new place, I'm throwing away this number. I'm throwing away the SIM card. I don't want you to contact me. Okay? Sorry. I'm actually looking out the window, and I just seen somebody walk past. It's the neighbor. It's Vic. Damn it! Hold on, I got to do another dump. So yeah, people, you were just watching me look out the window. And I noticed that that the neighbor, we'll just call him, I don't know, we'll just call him like Vic. He was up pretty early. It's like, I don't know, maybe like 6:30 or 6:38 or something like that. But he's like up really early, and I don't know, for some reason he lives way over there, right? but he parks his truck by the Pastor Crow's house. So he has to walk through my window, and I have to be so careful because he's a set of ears, and like I said, I'm filming this, and these walls are paper thin, so when he walks by, he'll actually hear it. So he's actually heard some of the some of the dark times, some of my videos. So anything he hears, he relays it to the crow. But yeah, I've got to cut this video short. You guys probably have some better stuff to do. What else? Yeah. So that's what happened, people. Things are still rough, but maybe just in another another 30 days, things will get better. But people out there, just be good. Be good to one another, and whenever you're talking to someone, or maybe you get upset with someone, try to look at yourself and say, have I been like a jerk to someone? I don't know. But yeah, people, the battery is like at 20%, and I gotta charge it up and call it a night. But treat people good. So I was just say, just treat people with respect, treat people good, and they'll take care of you. All right, people. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon. Have a good morning wherever you are. It's morning here. So I'll see you later.